Hello, Possible One. I trust you enjoyed the last video. In the last video, I introduced the new series, How to Reduce Your Body Age. In this video, I'm going to talk about the mind and body connection, how the mind and the body is connected. So let us go. But before we move on, this is a good spot for you to press the subscribe button if you have not already done so. So please, whilst you are doing that, like and share our page or channel as well as you are doing it. And also tell your friends about it and help us to grow. We thank you for your time and we thank you for your generosity. Now, in her book, The Molecules of Emotion, Dr. Candice Pert, a Nobel Peace Prize recipient, revealed how all emotion is chemical. So the mind thinks, the message is sent to the nervous system, which in turn instructs the body to produce the chemicals for the person to feel the way the mind is thinking. That is so wonderful. So the mind does not differentiate between something that is imagined or an imagined situation or a real situation. So if the thought is a perceived one or an actual occurrence, the information is sent to the nervous system in spite of it, and the instruction is given to the body to produce the chemical so that you feel that way. So, but then, when the production begins, we move into a heightened state. Now, these heightened states are what we normally call stress, and I'll be talking about that more in the next video. Now, in a prolonged heightened state, we weaken our immune system, which then affect our body age with time. So that is what happens. Now, the mind always appraises every experience that comes to us, whether perceived or imaginary, and based on the appraisal, the level of stress is determined. Also, based on the person's acceptance of the perception, the level of stress is maintained. So, we see that the level of stress or the effect of on one's being is determined by the perception, and the period the effect lingers on is determined by the belief in the perception. So the mind appraises the situation as a challenge, a threat, or as a loss. So now, when it appraises the situation as a challenge, that means that the mind or the thinking part of your brain has scanned the person's internal and external issues and has concluded that the individual has what it takes to overcome the experience. So in this situation, the impact of the experience on the body is low, or the effect on the body age is minimal. Such individual is not under any harm. Okay. Now, when the appraisal is a threat, that means that the mind has again done its scanning and has concluded that the person may or may not have the necessary resources, both internally or externally, to overcome the situation. So the person may have an external support, but is unsure of the availability of that support. So in this situation, the level of impact of the situation on the body is medium. Right? Now, when the appraisal of the mind in a situation is a loss, it means that the mind has done its scanning again and has concluded, based on the internal and external resources available to that person, that the person does not have what it takes to overcome the situation. In that case, the situation is hopeless. The level of impact on the body and the body age is high. Now, I need to emphasize that the situation can be perceived or it can be factual. The brain does not differentiate between the two. It will set the system in motion. The brain and the body will function together to bring about chemical release and chemical going. Okay? Now, so in the next video, I'll be touching on stress. So make sure you book your seat by subscribing to the page and the channel. As well as please like and share the channel and page. Thank you for your support. So until the next video, this is your guide and coach, OK Dugan, telling you all things are possible to those who believe, and there is hope for your future. God bless you. And you are looking younger than your age.